Thank you very much, Das Corley. Minister, I'm sorry I won't be supporting this proposal or this bill that he has, because I'm afraid that what's going to happen here is what's already happening is people are paying for the last bank bailout, this generation. So what you're getting ready now for is the next bank bailout, and you're asking this same generation to fund that bailout at the behest of the central bank. And I don't know what tie-up or what way you're tied to the pillar banks here, but I would much prefer if we put a small bit, and when we're talking a small bit of the billions that you're talking about putting away in this fund, 170 or 80 million would have set up community banking, which would have saved a lot of our post offices that are now being closed one after the other in rural Ireland. It's very hard for people to understand what you're at all. Is it trying to cut the people here? Because on the one hand, we have the Taoiseach here saying he can't pay the nurses and he can't pay the young teachers, and he has no funding for this service or for that service, for hospitals and our disability, people with disabilities, and yet we can find money to put away to ensure that the central bank is paid or the banks are bailed out if something happens again, like happened previously. People with disabilities and people looking for respite. We have no services in Kerry, not enough services are being provided for respite for people with disabilities, and I have so many elderly people now with either a son or a daughter, and their biggest worry is where will that son or daughter go? They're 75, 77, 78 years of age. When they die, who's going to take care of them? In Kerry at the present time, we have no place at all for those. And why isn't our Minister for Disabilities seeking some of the funding that you're trying to put away to deal with those very important things? Mental health. We're falling by the wayside in dealing with mental health issues. We have no services, we have no facilities, and we have no personnel. We just don't have enough to deal with people who have mental health issues, and sadly so many finish up committing suicide, and we have an awful lot, too much of it around our own doorstep at the present time, and that needs to be dealt with, because there's up to 600 people dying each year with suicide, caused by suicide. And I said the other day, if it happened on our roads, what had happened would be the roads would be dug up, tore up, and grasses grow on them, and the roads wouldn't be left we wouldn't be allowed to use them anymore. Infrastructure. And we have a deficit and badly need more funding for infrastructure. The Killarney bypass, it's waiting since 2004 for funding for it. And Killarney is choking with traffic, 18,500 vehicles going through the little bypass that we have that's practically inside the town. So 18,500 vehicles each day. We have no sewerage schemes in many of our towns and villages. Kilcummin has been waiting since 2004 for a sewerage scheme. Castle Island is waiting for a sewerage extension for 30 years. Scotland doesn't have a sewerage scheme. Corra doesn't have a sewerage scheme. And I mean, to think that these people will go to hell, we'll put this money into this fund and everything will be grand, manage away, and that's what you're saying to the people in rural Ireland. I'm sorry, Minister, it's not personal, but it is the truth. That's what you're proposing to do, to deny the people the services, and just take the nurses and the teachers. They were promised when the country went bust that they'd have to suffer a bit for a while. Now, if you have this money, and I don't know that he have because they should benefit from some of this money now. Because I'm very doubtful that he have the money. Because just take one thing that I've been raising here religiously since I came in here: rural cottages. In Kerry, there'll be 10 rural cottages built on the rear watch from 2016 to 2021. These are people that there's 50 more on that list, and they will give the site, and all they're asking is that the house be built for them. And as sure as night follows day, those people, when they get on their feet, they'll buy back those houses and put it back in funds again, and there'll be a roof over their head. And I can't understand why they're being the local authorities being denied the funding to build those houses. Like that, the tenant purchase scheme. There's supposed to be a review. It is going on since I came up here. And to put it back in funds, but we can't understand why he won't allow people that are on pensions and could buy out their houses now at this stage. We just can't understand what's going on, and you talk about social housing and then allow people to be evicted. And instead of buying the houses, the local authority buying the houses and allowing the people to stay on, and maybe they get on their feet and get back up and buy them back again. Look, Minister, I can't support your proposal because the people of today are suffering enough and they need the money. They know there's no sense in putting it away for another bank bailout. It doesn't make sense.